your brighter side. Cause I'm low on the phone, you say. So I talk till I drop, you say, how could I have a heart made of stone? Why you? Oh, when we synchronize, it's exactly what I thought and I fantasized. Playing games with my mind, making us collide. And we know how it goes when we're out at night. And I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. When you patronize, you're so satisfied. When I dig in the dirt, you're in paradise. And I know that you know I can sleep at night. Oh, and you're by my side. And it's smooth how you move, cause I'm petrified. Setting traps in my head, messing with my mind. When you talk, but I know you're lying. And I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. Why you so icy cold? My tears can't drip. Sitting awake alone, tattoos I miss. If I was to call your phone, I know you'd click. Baby, can have the throne, I call it quits. You can even have my car, I don't need it. I've been inside my room since you left it. Thinking about the place where we first kissed. Oh, and I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold.
Start with the base of the shoe and then work your way through other layers you want to add by simply hitting the Add Layer option. With this feature, you can make changes to the shoe's laces, lining, tongue, and more.
The more layers you add, the more you can customize your shoe. And each layer comes with the unique ability to edit the region, material, color, and pattern. Now that you know how to design a
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
A spectacular sight as we approach our broadcast location in downtown Orlando through the air. Hello to all the mothers out there. Happy Mother's Day. Glad to have you with us for this special presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. And joining us now courtside, the man who won 3 consecutive NBA titles, the incomparable Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq, it is so great to be with you.
Kevin, it's great to be here. I just always wanted to tell you this. When I was playing, I just used to love when you used to say my name. So thank you for all the great times when you said my name.
That is
Appreciate you very much. This guy next to you, I used to hate playing against him. All he did was try to come down and double team on the trap.
With Greg here?
Yeah, Greg, just always. But other than that, I love being here with you guys. You know what? Ernie and Kenny are so jealous of me right now.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
It's getting late in the season. Let's now see the standings out east. Taking a look at Orlando, their season nearly over unless a form of miracle happened.
And when I look at Orlando, this has been a season I'm sure they'd like to forget. And luckily, they'll be able to do that soon enough.
You know, maybe they'd like to forget it, but there are lessons to take from it as well. I mean, the mistakes they've made this year can't be repeated if they want to get a taste of the postseason anytime soon.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, Kevin, even though starters are important, those great sixth men have been the key to so many championship teams. Think about the likes of Andre Iguodala, Manu Ginobili, Lamar Odom. And still, with some, there's a stigma to coming off the bench. Iguodala said it's ingrained early, but in particular, he said, in the NBA, it's I need to get paid like a starter. And guys, that's a sacrifice that not many are willing to line up for.
David Aldridge, thank you. And they always say great offense beats great defense, but let's give those elite defenders their due. Shaq, who stands out as the best defensive players in your mind in the league right now?
Well, I got three names. First, since I'm a big guy, let's go with the big guys. Rudy Gobert, a.k.a. the Stifle Tower. See, that's his bread and butter when you talk about defense. Then you got to go to, that's the claw, Kawhi Leonard. Always going to be on that list. And I got to throw in Jimmy Butler. He never backs down from anyone.
Can you make that noise one more time? Is that like a bird or something like that?
Yeah. Oh, you know what? You have the job.
That was a strong dunk.
Towns with the creativity and explosiveness.
Here's Anthony. Pass to Bacon. Here's Wagner. Orlando moving the ball around. And that one's good, Anthony.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And that one, good.
Yeah, you see right there, Towns invites contact. Unafraid of it, looking for it, and he's able to score through it.
And there's the foul. It's on Towns. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
And just about a minute into the first quarter. To the left wing. Here's Bacon. 26 points for him last game against the Hornets in Charlotte.
A gigantic game for him at the free throw line. He was an instigator, drawing a ton of contact and really just hunting for the whistle.
The drive by Russell. Anthony with the block. And here we go with the Magic fast break. Harris with the ball for the three. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Surveying the floor, Gary Harris recognizes when his teammates have open looks and gets it to him.
Shoots the three, and D'Angelo Russell with the three.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Count the basket. And the league moving to shake things up, Shaq, in the regular season. There's an idea of a tournament maybe mid-season. One thing that didn't make the cut, though, changing the playoffs so that the semifinals are seeded 1 through 4, irrespective of conference. What do you think of all that?
I mean, it was a tough sell for the Eastern Conference. You know, historically, they've had an easier road to the finals. But I think reseeding would ensure a more competitive championship round. And, you know, Adam Silver just didn't have the votes.
Yeah, and I think part of that is, too, you know, other than football, nobody really reseeds. And you know what, you have trends some years. Look, you remember back in our era, big fella, the East was the dominant conference. You know, you had it in the transition. And so I just think, you know what, you're just going to have those years. I like the format that we have.
You know what I say, Kevin? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I don't think it's broke.
And if it is broke, get a warranty.
Yes, good idea.
I'm taking that one too, Greg.
You're stealing a lot of stuff here.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
The Magic shooting their first free throws of this game.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
The first free throw is good. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Reed's checked in. And so he hits both.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Russell from long range. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Anthony against Russell. And that one's good, Anthony. Anthony's got 8 points.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
And Shaq, you were the winner of 4 NBA titles. If you had to choose the one that meant the most, which one would it be?
I would say my first one with the Lakers was special. No, capping out the three-peat. Also with the Lakers was good. No, winning in Miami.
Really?
Winning
that
in
was
Miami.
it.
Because I got traded, and you guys, well, not Kevin, but you, Greg, you were counting me out. Oh, Shaq's going to get to Miami and do more rap videos. And we all know Shaq doesn't like to come in shape. He's not going to be in shape. But, you know, if they put me through that rigorous program, and with the great D-Wade, was able to win one in Miami.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
Tipped away. Feeds it to Carter. Over Reed. And Carter with the basket on the assist by Anthony. Carter's got his second bucket of the night.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
Outside Anthony. No good with the triple. Timberwolves leading by 9. Here's Edwards. And he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. There's Bacon. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Here's Wagner. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Edwards, that's good.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
How do you stop this? I mean, it seems like they can't miss.
Shoots it. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And here's Anthony for 3. Minnesota with the rebound.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
Shaq, one of the tough things for a post player, you generally have to rely on someone else to get you the ball. With that view, what makes a good or great playmaker?
Well, they got to have great ball control. They have to thread the needle. You know, floor spacing is also very important. You know, if your defender is doubling down on the post, you're not helping the big man eat.
And the big man's got to eat.
Got to eat. You see this belly?
Oh, you look good. You look good.
Thank you.
Go out there right now and play. So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for him.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to. The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Minnesota?
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
The Magic trail by 6. Shaq, we all know it would happen for you. First ballot Hall of Famer. What's it been like joining that incredible group, that historic company?
Well, I just say I'm both proud and humbled, and it's something I couldn't have imagined growing up. And I can remember my first taste of confidence was a guy named Kevin Harlan. I was in Kansas City at the McDonald's All-American game. Nobody really knew who the kid from Texas was. I said, I got to make a name for myself. I took it coast to coast and threw it down. And then I looked at you and you were going crazy. I didn't know what you were saying, but then when I got home, my dad had recorded on VHS in that lovely voice, Shaquille O'Neal taking it. I was like, man, I love that voice. And here we are again. I don't know how many years that is. I don't want to show our age.
It's a long time, isn't it? Yes.
I'm here because of you. Thank you.
I remember it. Galloping O'Neal down the court.
Yes.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And that's what a team needs when they're trailing. Energy on D.
Bamba passes to Brosdakis. And here's Carter. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Randall. The tray. Good on the triple.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
The Magic trail by 4. To the middle. Here's Hampton. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
And that one, good.
And they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Noel passes to Reed for 3. That shot off the mark. The Magic go the other way with it. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, I mean, in that one, you really saw a difference in aggression between the two teams, particularly on the board.
You know, I think that was the big difference in the game. One team was pounding the glass relentlessly, while the other team, not so much.
Hampton misses.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
But they get it back. Here's Bamba, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
We've got a moment now to see how the Magic are doing in the NBA rankings right now.
You know, and I go back to their low turnover numbers. It's not one of those stats that jump out at you, but trust me, turnovers kill you. And their ability to limit their mistakes has been huge.
And the first one at the line is good. And Shaq, at LSU, it was clear right away that you were ready for the NBA. For guys in a similar position now, do you think they should be allowed to skip college altogether?
I don't think you can make a rule for just one type of player. I think it has to work for everybody. You know, plenty of one-and-dones, but you got to understand, there's a lot of one-and-dones that 5 years into the league, you never hear from them again.
Yeah, and listen, the reality is that there is no one way to do anything, right? I think the fact that you have guys that have the opportunity to go overseas, if that's the path they want to choose, but for a lot of them, just like it was for you, Shaq, the college experience is something that you really can't substitute. And so, I'd like to see that option still remain viable.
Hampton misses. Timberwolves leading by 5. Here's Reed. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. Last time they met was in Minnesota, where they beat the Timberwolves.
Yeah, that was a fun one to watch. Love seeing the desire that comes through when a team knows they have to turn it up to pull off the comeback.
And with this chance, we can show you the real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. Those are the season's top shot-blocking teams. 5th, the Timberwolves.
Terrific rim protection. They rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
Here's Brasdakis, and it's good off the back rim and in. The league is moving to create an in-season tournament, Shaq, something that we'd seen in soccer leagues overseas. Like that idea?
I like that Adam Silver and the league are being forward-thinking. I think players always say if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. I think it's smart for the league to have the same approach. I just wish everybody would.
Yeah, and listen, ultimately, if they do make some changes, it's going to get some pushback, no doubt about it. But as Shaq said, when you start thinking forward, it's about those younger generations, because at some point, that's all they're going to know.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Noel's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
When that happens, you simply just hope they start cooling off.
Passes it to Hampton. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Hampton's got 11 points.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Layman, and again it's Minnesota converting.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
56 seconds left in the first quarter. Now here's Randall, guarded closer. And Hampton with the basket on the assist from Randall. Randall's got his 5th assist in this one. Here's Noel. And Bamba pulls it down.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
It's stolen by Carter. And Randall throws it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Got a piece of it. Here's the break. Here's Hernan Gomez. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Mohamed Bamba. Minnesota shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Hernan Gomez. So both teams making some changes here. He hits both from the stripe. Here's Brosdakis. They recover it. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Minnesota on top, up 7. 2K Sports, back in a moment from the Amway Center. And speaking with Karl Anthony Towns earlier, he was asked about how the team approaches defensive adjustments.
For us defensively, we stay very disciplined to what we say we want to do. Don't change, never waver from what our game plan is. We should be fine.
So they want to devise, Greg, a strategy, come in and impose their will.
And that's what they want to do, but the reality is the best teams in the league know how to adapt.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take so far on the Timberwolves?
Just stretching out the floor in that first, they had the defense scrambling.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your three-point game early. Puts the defense right up against it.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, they've got Edwards, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the small forward. Knocked away. Hampton with the ball. Edwards there. Hampton misses. Timberwolves leading by 7. You've always been a student of the game, Shaq, and when it comes to evaluating young talent and the future of the league, what boxes do you like to check when you're taking a look at these young players?
Well, thanks for trying to tell the world I'm smart. I'm not really that smart. It's just, Kevin, it's just not that hard to see. You know, the greats make themselves known very, very quickly who they are. Luka Doncic, does that name ring a bell?
Yes.
Ding, ding.
How many guys are known as Aristotle? I know 2. You and Aristotle.
That's it.
Now, here's Hampton. Edwards defending. Now the pass to Brosdakis. Trying to find Wagner and gets it to him. The fadeaway. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2.
You know what? Just a little fancy on that possession there. Just go up in rhythm.
And he gets it to go. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Pass to Bamba. Oh, and the jam by Bamba.
Boy, I tell you, Bamba's wingspan and his standing reach is ridiculous. This dude was born to throw it down.
Edwards can't hit. The Magic trail by 10. Hampton in the corner. Off target with his 3. Minnesota's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. And it's Towns penetrating. A second chance effort. Bamba with the block.
Guys, that's all athleticism and timing. Bamba, a terrific shot blocker because he uses the physical tools he has quite well. Boy, a big man with great touch from deep, always a valuable commodity in today's game.
Edwards. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Minnesota calls timeout. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
And now we get a moment to see the numbers
For Karl Anthony Towns.
averaging 25 points per, 10 rebounds, and 4 assists. Well, you know that he can put points up in a hurry, and he leads this team in scoring.
Yeah, I think he's got a great sense of how to keep their offense going and being productive. If somebody else is having an off night, then he kind of steps in and fills the gap.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Timberwolves leading by 5. Okogie for 3. Drills it from outside. Okogie's got 11 points.
It is a welcome sign for sure. When Okogie connects from deep, it really expands his offensive game.
Pass to Bacon. Here's Bamba. Out to Anthony. Pass to Bacon. Shot clock at 6. Fires for 3. The shot by Anthony, no good. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Anthony against Russell. Anthony, the pass to Bacon. Back to Anthony. Takes the 3. Connects from three-point range. He's got 11.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
And Russell gets it to go.
And, this is one of D'Angelo's biscuit and butter moves. I mean, quick pull-up off the dribble. He loves that one.
Anthony down low. Russell's there. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut back down to 5 as they get the points there from Anthony. Shot on the wing. Hits the front of the rim and out.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And Harris wide open. He shoots off target from three-point range. Timberwolves leading by 5. That's a 2 from Towns. In the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
Hey, the ability to stay under control, Towns excels at that. Able to pull up on a dime and knock it down.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
The pass to Bacon. Looking for Anthony and gets it there. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Anthony's got 15 points. For Minnesota, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the second quarter, just under 50% shooting.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Now, we have seen continued growth with the NBA's affiliated leagues the last few years. Think about the explosion in popularity of the WNBA, the Basketball Africa League, expansion of the 2K League, greater pay in the WNBA and the G League pathway, along with the unionization of G League players. The league continues to show its commitment to expanding opportunities on multiple levels. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. You look at D'Angelo Russell. What a contribution.
He can't miss from deep. The defense has to regroup here, and I think they've got to change things up because he's locked in from behind the arc.
Magic making a switch here. Carter's checked in. Minnesota also with the sub. Rubio's checked in. The Magic trail by 12. Now Anthony, 15 points in the game. Here's Bacon. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots of the game right here. And the first one drops. Both shots good from the stripe. Timberwolves leading by 10. Here's Rubio. Towns trying to get open, and the basket by Rubio. Rubio's got 5 points so far.
High percentage look there, guys. Rubio's best chance to score, and he maxed it out.
Anthony against Towns. To the paint. Here's Carter. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got his fourth assist in this one.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
And the basket by Harris.
Well, 1 make and 6 attempts. I think it's fair to say he's had a rough start to this quarter.
Here's McDaniels, and another 3 for Minnesota.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
Here's Wagner.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it.
That might indeed ignite a spark in this team.
Harris inside. Good D by Rubio.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
There's Russell with the 3. Sinks the triple. Russell's got the lead up to 14 now for Minnesota.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Harris, good.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Here's Bacon. He's got 6. Inside. Wagner passes to Bacon. The Magic making a switch here. Brosdakis is checked in. Timberwolves leading by 11. Here's Rubio. Drains it from beyond the arc. Rubio's got 8 points.
And really, as the 3-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
And Carter with his second chance points.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Deep 2 from Russell. It's hauled in by the Magic. Carter's got his 7th rebound here tonight. There's the feed to Harris. And McDaniels with the block. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. Jason Randall's checked in for Anthony. Timberwolves also changing it up. Reed's checked in, and Lehman subbed in for Josh Okogie. Here's Bacon. 6 points for him. The lead now in single digits. Bacon's got 5 points in the quarter.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
You know, we've seen a big jump from Russell in terms of his production. Now he's a legitimate scorer who can dominate a game with his offense.
Harris, right side. No good on the triple.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
And it's Towns missing. The Magic trail by 11. To the inside. A nice shot by Harris. He's got 9.
Boy, with that athletic, muscular frame, Gary Harris able to battle through contact there.
From outside the arc, another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
He's certainly starting to heat up from outside. That's his 3rd for the game, his 2nd in this quarter.
1:53 left to play here in the second quarter. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game.
And he is a cool customer at the line, guys. You've got to be when you're shooting 84% on the season.
I don't think you really can say enough about the work he's put in and the massive strides he's made in his free throw shooting, guys. I mean, his numbers are way up this year.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
Hampton's checked in for Gary Harris. 1:51 left to play in the first half. No one near Randall as he lets it go. And he's good on the 3-ball. Randall's got 10.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
The Timberwolves shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
And guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
And so it's Randall bringing it up now for the Magic. They trail by 11. Here's Rubio. And again, Minnesota with the triple. And we want to thank the big Aristotle for joining us here, dropping knowledge as always. I'm telling you what, Shaq, you make our broadcast better.
I want to say I appreciate that, Kevin, especially coming from you anytime, any place. You know where I am, brother. Just call me if you need me.
Are you going to be performing any ballet, the big Baryshnikov?
Nah.
Have we given that up?
Nah, my toes are not feeling too well.
And Clark, it hasn't taken Shaq much time, has it, to go from being a superstar on the court to a force with our broadcast here courtside?
Well, I tell you what, Shaq's one of those guys who just hits the ground running. He's a phenomenon in terms of personality, branding, business, excellence at every level. And he was an all-star starter as a rookie. That talks about his ability to get going fast. So he adapted to the broadcast booth just the same way.
The first one falls.
And Clark, you gotta like what Bacon brings to the table. Has some size, strength, athleticism. He can create his own shot, but the consistency has been really up and down thus far.
Yeah, I'd agree with you, and I love his motor. He wants to get better. He's working at getting better. And like with most young players, you have to understand when the shot's not going, there are a lot of different ways you can contribute. Bring your energy, and definitely bring your energy and activity to the defensive end and on the glass, and you'll always find a spot where you can help your team. The best way to spread out this defense is for Rubio to hit a few more of these.
Now, here's Hampton. He's got 17. And this will be his 2nd and 3rd shots at the line here. No good on that one. He hits the second from the line. Timberwolves leading by 12. Here's Rubio. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance buckets. They can make a big difference.
Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Up top, Randall, covered by Rubio. Here's Carter. A rebound by the Timberwolves. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. That'll be the third game of this 3-game road trip. Here's Randall, and good. Got the English that time as it falls. Randall's got 12. D'Angelo Russell getting it done for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He has been a determined scorer today. 29 points altogether for him, and I think there's more where that came from. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Carl, you guys have built a lead. What is the key to maintaining or increasing it going forward?
I mean, don't change what we're doing. So stay together, keep passing the ball, keep playing great defense, and just keep making them think and make decisions, especially the difficult ones.
You had the advantage in the first half. We'll see if you can keep that advantage in the second half. Thanks for your time, man. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. And now back in the fold after his in-game analysis, which can be described only as gripping. The one and only Shaquille O'Neal. Wait, before you do that, how'd it go down?
You know, it was fine, but nothing can replace being here with you guys. You hear this right here? That's the money talking.
Oh, you got paid extra?
Yeah, oh, you
Send
know
me
I
down
did.
there.
No,
I'm
I
coming.
did. Don't tell nobody.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And we're getting back to the action with the third quarter ahead in this Mother's Day broadcast of the NBA. It's been a clinic out there with D'Angelo Russell.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
The Magic trail by 12. Aiken is out there with Mo Wagner. Then it's Gary Harris. Then it's Anthony. And it's Carter in at the 5 spot. That's who's out there for Orlando.
Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
There's Russell with the 3. Hits it from three-point range. Russell's got 32 points in the game.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. From past the arc. And Russell gets it to go on the assist by Towns. Russell's got 35. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
and now
kidding.
He's an all-star
kidding.
last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad that's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Deep 2 from Anthony. Offensive rebound. Carter. No good, unable to end this run.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Anthony right side. Wagner passes to Carter. That one good for 2. Carter's got 12 points in the game.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Here's Rubio. Here's Towns. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 19.
Oh, wow. 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
Russell against Anthony. Towns with the steal. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Drains the three-pointer.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
It's Anthony with the drive, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one is on Towns. It's his first trip to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Bamba is checked in for the Magic. Minnesota also with the sub. Vanderbilt's checked in. Both good from the line that time. Here's Minnesota. They're on a 14-4 run right now.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Edwards. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah, you know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Free throw good, Edwards. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Harris outside. Now a timeout called by Orlando. You look at D'Angelo Russell. What a contribution.
Yeah, he is on a major roll today. This timeout was desperately needed. They've got to come up with a new game plan designed to shut him down.
Let's take a look at the teams that have done a great job of converting turnovers into points since the All-Star break. The Timberwolves, number 1.
And since the break, we've seen them ambush their opponents with that attacking brand of defense. And boy, have they reaped the rewards offensively.
Here's Bamba, 13 points in the game. Pass to Wagner. Here's Bacon.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
Yeah, I love the way he's fighting through box outs, using his elbows. I mean, he's doing whatever it takes.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly.
Either that, guys, or he wanted the photographers to get a good shot of him.
Bamba against Towns. And the rejection by Towns. Here's Vanderbilt. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Vanderbilt's got his second basket of the night. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
And that one's good. Russell.
Guys, you can just about count on it. If you score on Russell, you better believe he's looking to come right back at you.
Deep 2 from Anthony. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got rebound number 12 here already in the game.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Well, you know, that's the way it's going to be for them today, fellas. Can't sustain any momentum.
And the Magic making a change here. Brazdeikis is checked in. The free throw drops from McDaniels. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know
but,
it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Orlando making some changes. Hampton comes in for Mo Wagner. And Jason Randall's subbed in for Anthony. Minnesota making a switch here. And so here's Orlando, and it's good for two. Bamba's got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, good strength that time from Bamba. He's accustomed to getting bodied on the way up and still finding a way to finish.
Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. The Timberwolves have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department. Okogie's checked in for Minnesota. Free throw good, Russell. Been a lot of talk, Greg, about in-season tournaments in the NBA to spur fan interest. The proposal was tabled for a bit. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, cash prizes for the players and coaching staffs, that always seems like a good idea. I just wonder, Kevin, if they're going to be any cash prizes for the broadcasters, because
I hope
now
so.
I think they're on to something if we could get that, you know. But in all seriousness, we see that in soccer, right? And it seems to work well. And I think if it can spur some more interest from fans, then I'd be all for it.
Yeah, the fans love it watching soccer. Pass to Brazdeikis. He kicks to Harris. Passes it to Bamba. 6 to shoot. Lets it go with a 3. That's good from Harris on the assist from Bamba. Harris has got 12.
You can tell Gary Harris is thinking of firing that shot even as the pass is coming his way.
Reed misses. And so it's Rendell bringing it up now for the Magic. Down low. And Brazdeikis gets it to go. 9 points in the game so far.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Reed the pass to McDaniel. And finished off by McDaniel.
And, you know, we can't measure Hart. I mean, he's not as big as the other power forwards, but his jumping ability and mindset is incredible.
Now, here's Hampton. Not a lot of room. Here's Brazdeikis. The 3. Hampton misses. Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Count that one.
Well, I like this from Okogie. I mean, still refining his perimeter game so he makes his presence felt inside.
Inside, here's Harris, and it's blocked. Here's Noel. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
You know, they've been the more up-tempo team, clearly. It's helped them gain the advantage in this one.
Harris trying to get free, and there it is for him. Bamba's got 6 in the quarter.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
And he comes up with the deuce.
You know, of all the things Okogie does well, his passing tends to get overshadowed at times. I mean, easy to see how creative he is on this feed.
And Josh Okogie, a rugged wing defender out of Georgia Tech.
Yeah, and he takes an awful lot of pride in that aspect of his game, Greg. He wants to lock people up, always active with his hands around the ball.
First trip to the line for him here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. The Magic making a switch here. Carter's checked in. The Timberwolves also changing it up. Jake Layman's checked in for McDaniels. Hernan Gomez comes in for Josh Okogie. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Russell. Minnesota calls timeout.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Now we get a chance to check out some stats for him.
And something has really clicked for him at the free throw line. In the past 5 games, his percentage at the line is much better than it had been prior. Sometimes that's how it works. A switch flips and all of a sudden you're locked in. And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
Orlando's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them.
Well, you know, games like this demonstrate the bright future Bamba has. You know he's got to be feeling good about how things are going right now.
A 3-ball, and again, Minnesota with the triple.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter.
To the inside, and Carter with the basket on the assist from Randall. Carter's got 14 points.
Bully ball at its finest there. Carter Jr. brings a physical presence to this team.
Yep, that one goes.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Randall surveying the D. To the paint. Unloads from 9. Again, the Magic score.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Layman. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Now, here's Hampton. He's covered closely. And the pass to Brosdakis. Kept alive Orlando. And it's Carter missing. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Thornwell, he's checked in for the Magic.
One shot.
You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
Yeah, he was on top of that play all the way. Great anticipation and throwing it ahead. That's how you do it.
The Magic shooting around 44% in this third quarter. Here's Thornwell. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Terrific accuracy on that pass. That's how you lead your teammate.
18 feet out. Noel, no good. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Orlando. Here's Hampton, and he banks in the layup. Hampton's got 20.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Here's Rubio. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Love the body control there. Stop, pop. Rubio understands exactly what he needs to do.
Over to the wing. There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside for Randall. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Noel. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down. Noel's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They got to tighten it up.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And a year ago, he was an 80% shooter at the line, so that's more than acceptable.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. It's been all Timberwolves. Here's Edwards, and off the front iron, and in it goes. Edwards got 9 points now in the quarter.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Here's Brasdakis. And the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there.
Magic ball.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Timberwolves ahead, running away with this one. And we're coming right back after this break to get the 4th quarter underway. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the 4th. We've got Davis. Edwards is out there with Layman, and it's McLaughlin in at the 1 spot. Outside Anthony. No good that time. So Minnesota will take it the other way. To the wing on the left. Here's Edwards. Rebounded by Anthony. Well, Orlando shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Hampton misses. Here's Layman. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Wow, 10 straight points from mid-range.
You know what I've always said, partner? Good shooting covers over a multitude of ills, and we're seeing it right now.
Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and Davis sends it back, and he's able to get it back. He gets it in there. And with the frequency of three-point shots skyrocketing, Greg, does the drastic change concern you? And should something be done to lessen the dependence these teams have on threes?
It's crazy. I mean, we're starting to see teams take more threes than twos. You know, some have said maybe limit fouls on three-pointers to only 2 free throws. That might eliminate some of the flopping on those long-range attempts, but I really feel like this is the evolution of the game, and that three is going to be vital.
To the middle, and then Carter with the dunk.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Baseline J on the way. McLaughlin, no good.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. Here's Edwards, and again it's Minnesota converting.
Impressive, really, from that short 17 area. They are not missing many.
You're exactly right. I mean, they've banged home 8 of their last 10 points on mid-range jumpers.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Shots good by Hernan Gomez.
And they are earning points with the jump shot now.
Orlando's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Bacon, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And a long windup and strong follow-through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up.
I certainly hope not.
And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Orlando Magic. Wagner passes to Hampton. And here's Anthony for 3, but they'll get another chance.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside.
Tell you what, you'd hate to be the guy having the responsibility of guarding him. You know, the defense was on the shooter, but in the end, sometimes you just have to tip your hat to better offense.
Anthony down low. Basket counts.
Good job there, getting himself a little space on the inside.
The Timberwolves have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. 20 feet out. And again, it's Minnesota converting. The Magic shooting at a 46% clip in the fourth quarter. The three from Anthony. Herman Gomez grabs the miss.
He can't seem to find the range here in the second. He did a great job in the first, hitting three from outside.
With the shot. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Davis against Carter. Beyond the arc. Bacon's shot is off. The Timberwolves have gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the fourth, 8 of 12. Minnesota calls timeout. Well, in the dunk contest, we saw Michael Jordan take on Dominique Wilkins. These days, not as many star players are participating in these skills competitions, like Greg the slam dunk.
I think it's a great point you raised, Kevin, and I think in part because back in that era, you know, the reality is guys didn't make the kind of dollars they make today. And there was more risk, I guess, in the mindset of guys today, and they didn't want to take that challenge on. So I wish we would see more of our stars in the slam dunk contest, but I don't think that's going to be the case, unfortunately, as much as we'd all like to see it.
Gary Harris is checked in for Hampton. And a change for the Timberwolves. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Jake Layman. Here's Towns. No good off the back of the rim.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Davis down low. He's defended by Wagner. They get it back. And another shot. That's good from Edwards on the assist by Towns. Edwards got 13 points in the second half. On the wing, Harris. From deep. It's good from long range.
He's really a dangerous perimeter shooter. Harris is great at cashing in from this spot on the floor.
Here's McLaughlin, covered by Anthony. And McLaughlin gets it to go. Orlando's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Carter kicks to Anthony. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Bamba is checked in for Wendell Carter. And Thornwell subbed in for Dwayne Bacon. And the Timberwolves call time here. You know, you look at the 2020 class for the Basketball Hall of Fame, Greg, some great names, headlined by Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant. I mean, historic players.
And all the more emotional, Kevin, having Kobe enshrined after his tragic passing. But when you look at the accomplishments of this class, arguably the most decorated that the Hall of Fame has ever seen.
And, Greg, you've gotten a bird's eye view. You've gotten a front court view. You've had a chance to be alongside these Hall of Fame players.
Incredible talents, great people, and truly they've been terrific ambassadors for our game.
Outside Anthony. Here's the three. Minnesota with the rebound. Towns is...
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
And, you know, defensively, you have to try something different. I mean, Towns has been lighting you up all night.
Pass to Wagner. That's in there. Anthony with the assist.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
It's been all Timberwolves. Picked him clean. Pass to Anthony. Harris looking it over. Greg, we're seeing the game evolve. We're seeing more and more big men displaying perimeter skills. Do you like that, or is there a part of you that misses those days when it all played out inside the lane in a very condensed area?
Listen, Kev, I think the game has kind of evolved on from the impact that the bigs had on the interior, but not the impact that they're having on the game. The reality is the game just doesn't stand still. And now as a big, you've got to have far more versatility. You got to be able to play in space. And as a fan, I just find the game to be more appealing to watch with the freedom of movement, the flow, and more of the skill set being put on display.
I agree.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Incredible body control right there. Don't know how he was able to get that one to go, but it sure was a thing of beauty to watch.
Some changes for Minnesota. Vanderbilt's checked in, and Okogie subbed in for Juan Hernangomez.
One shot.
That's good from Anthony. The Timberwolves shooting has been just outrageous, 64% from the field to this point. Another miss by Minnesota.
You look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got 4 assists now tonight.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's McLaughlin. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. McLaughlin's got 10 points in just the second half. Magic shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. Harris passes to Bamba. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Greg, you know, we're seeing players take control of their free agent destiny. Do players get a bad rap for that and switching teams?
Listen, I don't know if you get a bad rap, but you're going to catch the wrath of the fan base. You think of Paul George in Indy or KD in OKC, and fans, they're going to feel jilted. There's no doubt about it. They're going to feel scorned.
Yeah. Here's Vanderbilt. He's defended by Wagner, and it's in there.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Passes to Thornwell. Bamba with it. Clock at 6. Harris trying to get free. Nice shot there by Bamba. Bamba's got 21.
Good position that time around the bucket, and when Bamba does that, he's hard to stop.
McLaughlin, no good.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Given the size disadvantage, you have to have a lot of confidence to take that shot.
And you know what? He does. I mean, in the NBA, you've got to have ways to score over defenders of all sizes.
Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Mo Wagner.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That free throw good from Anthony.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Shots good by Noel.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
Harris, good.
So many different ways that Gary Harris can burn you. Spotting up, slashing inside, creating. It's really pick your poison with him.
Vanderbilt misses. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Orlando Magic. Basket, good.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
The Timberwolves shooting and hitting almost everything here in the fourth, up around 58% from the field. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. Bacon, he's checked in for the Magic.
Dwayne Bacon.
Well, Orlando shooting 55% in the fourth. They are executing late. It's Anthony with the drive. Goes up on the block. Rebound, Minnesota. Vanderbilt's got 5 rebounds tonight. 1:37 left to play in the final quarter. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Magic shooting 53% from the floor. They're
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Timberwolves.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
And this is going to be repayment for the last game they played against one another. And this will be their last regular season matchup of the year. A nice job to even it at 1 apiece for the season series against the Magic.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for D'Angelo Russell.
Boy, this game really had his name all over it. I mean, he relished being the guy to carry the load offensively.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
And the Timberwolves call time here. They're up by 23. 43 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, D'Angelo Russell.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
Their losing streak had gotten to the point where anybody had to put his foot down. And even though there were other more probable candidates, he's been the one to take over that leadership role. .43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Bacon. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
2 shots, foul, 2.
At the line, shooting 2. Dwayne Bacon.
No good on the free throw. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Davis. Hernan Gomez comes in for Josh Okogie. And it's McDaniels in for Jordan McLaughlin. And he sinks the second.
A disappointing trip to the line there. Even though it was just one miss, now is not the time to be missing those.
Towns. There's the pass to Hernan Gomez. Now Towns. Over Carter. Towns with the bucket.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
Oh, and the jam by Bamba.
And not a bad passing center. Carter Jr. with the solid find there that leads to a bucket.
And again, Minnesota will turn it over. Magic ball. 8 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Thornwell kicks to Harris. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.